Hey there. So it is January 27th. I'm Barry P. Cook, and I've been confronting conservatives again. This time, it's someone named Mary Miller. She's a House rep. And she came out yesterday flapping her gums against at&t's DirecTV satellite service because they're dropping Newsmax from their lineup because, of course, Newsmax is full of shit and shouldn't be on the air. It's just a biased shit trash network, and she's all butthurt over it. And, had a lot of smack to say about them. And, the substance of it is basically that she thinks they're being targeted because they have been going after the Biden administration for so-called corruption. But that's just not the case. They're a propaganda network, just like Fox News. And, as I said, they shouldn't be on the air. And the reason I said that is because, the news is supposed to be the news. You're not supposed to, there's not supposed to be propaganda on the airwaves. In fact, in the 80s, there used to be a thing called the Fairness Doctrine. And it required news outlets to present both sides of an issue. It required them to allow input from both sides of an issue to any story that they did or put out. But Ronald Reagan's administration got rid of the Fairness Doctrine. And not long after, guess what? We got Fox News, which, of course, doesn't present both sides of the story. And it's funny because Republicans are always complaining about how the mainstream media is biased. The mainstream media is biased. Well, if they are, and I don't think they are, the reason they're able to get away with that is because of Ronald fucking Reagan, who is a Republican, or was. So it just drives me crazy that they have the nerve to complain about this stuff. She says she's going to have the House conduct an investigation into big tech censorship. It's ridiculous because, it's not censorship. DirecTV is not under any obligation whatsoever to carry a particular channel. They don't have any obligation to put Newsmax's content on their service. Just like Newsmax doesn't have any obligation to put my videos from this channel on their channel. If I sent my videos to Newsmax and said, hey, put these on the air, they'd say, yeah, no. As would CNN, as would ABC, as would Fox. And it's their right to curate the content that they want to put on their service. The same is true for DirecTV. DirecTV has every right to say, we're not going to carry your channel. If she suspects that they have some motivation or whatever, okay, but again, it doesn't matter. They're not obligated to carry content that they don't want to carry. Certainly not since the Fairness Doctrine was eliminated, but they don't even need for that to be true. It's their right, period, as a service. And it cracks me up because, when right-wing folks were being taken off of Twitter because they were violating the terms of service, the Republicans went nuts because, they're allowing organizations like Al Jazeera or Hamas or whoever they were pissed at the time for things they were saying to keep their accounts up. The point being that they're all for censorship if it's against the people they don't like. You're either for censorship or you're against it. And even if you're saying it should be equal, you're for it. So you can't then pretend that you're not and go after companies like DirecTV or at&t, which is the parent company. It's insane. And, these assholes are the first ones to call for boycotts of a company if a company is participating in messaging that they don't like. Whether it's a cereal company putting a gay couple with a child in one of their commercials, or Disney putting LGBT characters in their movies or what have you, they're the first ones to say, don't watch Disney movies, don't buy that cereal, so that we can pressure them to stop putting out the message that they're putting out that we don't like. So, what's the difference? There is no difference. These people are massive hypocrites, and they need to shut the fuck up. That's just all there is to it. AT&T and DirecTV have every right to curate their content. Period. End of story. Never mind all the other stuff I just said about how they engage in censorship or support censorship when it suits them. And if they had any ethics at all, they would shut the fuck up just on that basis. So no matter how you look at it, they need to shut the fuck up. But what else is new? I'm Barry P. Cook, and you've been watching Confronting Conservatives.